In fact, you can take your medical, whatever it is. Remember, you can make sure and consult your doctors, and you can also use these products together with your medication. This is just food. As we go into our program, you would see where it's just food from plants, and that is all. This is the healing of the nations, is the herbs of the field. And this is what these products come from, the herbs of the field. So as we move into our session today, we want to look at the first video that speaks about the miracle system that God has given to us.
Yes. Here we go.
Did you know your life depends on a moving river flowing inside you right now? Imagine about 60,000 miles of blood vessels inside your body, enough to circle the earth more than twice. Every beat of your heart sends blood racing through this network, delivering life to places you'll never see but feel every day. Picture this. Around 2 million new red blood cells are created every second in your body. That's over 170 billion cells in just a day, constantly replacing the old. Inside you, life and death are trading places every heartbeat, renewing you without you even noticing. And what fuels all of this? Food. Visualize a plate full of living color, greens, fruits, seeds, roots. The minerals, proteins, and enzymes from that food are broken down and rebuilt into the very blood cells that carry your life. What you eat doesn't just fill your stomach, it designs your bloodstream. Now zoom in. See a single red blood cell, tiny, flexible, bright, squeezing through a narrow vessel. Its job is simple but sacred. Carry oxygen. Those cells help feed roughly 30 to 40 trillion cells in your body, each one depending on that oxygen to stay alive. Dr. Otto Warburg showed that when cells are starved of oxygen, disease grows more easily. But when oxygen flows freely, cells can thrive. Dive deeper into the microcirculation, the finest branches of your vessel network. These capillaries are thinner than a hair, yet they touch virtually every cell. This is where the real exchange happens. Nutrients move in, waste and toxins move out. Billions of these exchanges happen every second, keeping your internal environment clean and alive. Now, picture your liver, your main filter, constantly working in the background. It helps detoxify substances from food, metabolism, and the environment, then sends those processed wastes back into the blood so your kidneys, lungs, and skin can remove them. Your blood is both the delivery truck and the garbage truck, bringing life in, carrying toxins out. When blood is flowing freely and well-nourished, this detox dance is smooth. When it's sluggish, everything slows, and you feel it as fatigue, heaviness, or brain fog. Traveling inside this same river is your immune system, your body's living awareness. Picture white blood cells moving like bright guardians through a sea of red, scanning for invaders, damaged cells, and places that need repair. Your immune system is not random. It is intelligent. It sees what's wrong, decides what needs to happen next, and directs healing all over the body. But it can only reach where your blood and microcirculation allow it to go. Nourished blood and open microcirculation mean your immune system has full access, from your brain to your toes, from your organs to your skin. So pause and look inward. What are you doing to uplift these systems? What are you feeding your body, your blood, your life? Did a clear answer come to you? Or did these questions open your eyes to something you've been ignoring? Do you believe the food we're eating today has the same nutritional value that it did 30 to 50 years ago? So what are you doing to feed your body, your blood, your immune system? What if there was a simple, natural way to support your blood, your circulation, and your immune intelligence? Something easy to understand and easy to start. If you want that answer, ask for the next video. Because the key to unlocking this miracle system might be far more simple and far more powerful than you think.
Yes, what is actually happening in your blood. And the sad thing about it is that in a lot of instances, most of us live our lives and we believe that we are healthy. The thing about it, Showman, is that I never really gave much thought. Maybe I wasn't even aware of the microcirculatory system. Our microcirculatory system makes up over 70% of our circulatory system. Now, this microcirculatory system really is, let's look at this example. If you get a cut on your finger, it bleeds. That is part of your microcirculatory system. It's not the macro. The macro is your veins and your arteries and all of these things. Your microcirculatory system is the little capillaries and the venules, right? That really, these small vessels. In fact, it's said that 100 here or 100 of these can fit into one strand of hair. They are so small and so tiny.
Yeah.
And what happens over time is that our microcirculatory system gets clogged up.
Okay.
Now, in a lot of instances, you have people, I have heard about people who religiously go to the gym
Yeah.
and then one day, boop, they fall down.
Heard about that
Die.
this week. Yeah. A couple guys.
You understand?
experienced some
But they're
changes.
telling themselves, they're healthy and they're strong, but they're not understanding or knowing what's happening on the inside, and it starts in the microcirculatory system. That is why these products are called microcirculatory nutrition. In other words, these products get into your microcirculatory system and cleans it out. Why? Most of us do not understand that inside of us, as these things fill up, we have a number of toxins and bacteria and parasites and zombie cells and GMOs, and we can go on, nanoplastics. All of these things are inside of us and they come into us on a daily basis. That is why sometimes some people, when they start using these products, this Mr. Caraby, how long I have to use it for?
Yeah. Don't use it for.
Actually, it's for the rest of your life, you know.
Exactly.
I have been in a situation medically where you ask them, how long I need to use this, and they tell you point blank, for the rest of your life.
Rest of your life. Yeah.
You have to use it for the rest of your life. Why? You may stop using it after you start to see results.
Yeah.
And you believe, okay, that's the end of it. But you are in the same environment.
Yes, exactly.
You are eating the same type of food. You are actually putting back into your body what your body would have expelled previously.
Yeah.
So it's a whole process that you need to be going through. This is why when I talk about these products to people, I don't really emphasize use a bottle of this and that's it.
Rub this on here and that's it.
And that's it. No, it goes way beyond that, because we have seen certain individuals with situations and they use the product and the symptom disappeared.
Symptom disappeared.
The symptom disappeared. But in a couple months' time, the symptoms reappeared. And I had to explain to the individual, I said, because only the symptom was addressed, not the issue, the
Yeah.
underlying issue.
Right.
And that is what makes the difference. So if you are listening to me today, I don't want you to get the impression. This is why I said, when we come on this program here, we're not really looking to sell a product, you know.
No.
We want you to understand. That's why we tell you that the program is for educational purposes.
Yes.
We need you to understand what has been going on in your body all of these years, regardless of how much you have been, quote, taking care of your body and taking care of your health. Things are happening in your body. It's being broken down because of what we ingest,
Exactly.
whether knowingly or unknowingly, what we ingest every day.
Yeah. And some people have some stuff like, they call it lifestyle diseases, something.
Yes, a lot of people have lifestyle diseases, and you see, this is exactly what it is, your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And this is how it actually affects you after a period of time. We have a little ring in the studio. In the studio, just give us a couple minutes. I'll continue talking while Showman sees about it. Yes, and this is what happens to us, and we need to understand that with the microcirculatory nutrition, these products go straight into the microcirculatory system and starts to clean it out.
Yeah.
There are other processes that take place as we go along this evening. We are going to explain. Okay, we're going into our other video this evening. It's called I Power Up. Yes, Showman.
Once upon a time, a single apple could nourish your body with what it needed. Remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Today, it can take more than 30 apples to equal the nutrition of just one from years ago. 30 apples a day? Who has the time or the stomach for that? Our food looks the same, but it's changed. The soil, the air, and even the way we grow and store our food have left it with less life force than ever before. But now, there's a way to power up what you already love. Your coffee, smoothie, meals, even your desserts. Just a few sprays and your meal is infused with high-frequency nutrition that helps your body replenish, align, boost, and absorb nutrition more effectively. It's the bridge between what food used to give us and what our bodies still crave. This isn't about replacing what we eat. It's about restoring its potential. Today, our food fills us, but imagine if it could fuel us. It's time to power up. What once came from rich earth and vibrant plants has lost much of its natural life force, but we can bring it back, the way it should be. A simple, powerful nutrition addition made from special parts of plant foods may help your body absorb more, energize more, and thrive more. A powerful, condensed nutritional concentrate. Enhance your diet. Power up what you already love. Imagine your morning coffee, your lunchtime smoothie, or even your favorite treat infused with life-enhancing molecules. Power up your food. Activate nature's potential. Restore vitality, balance, and renewal to what you consume every day. Let's power up our plates, our routines, and our lives. Every meal can mean more nourishment. Every drink can mean transformation. The right support makes all the difference. So yes, an apple a day can still keep the doctor away. Power up what you consume. Power up your health. Power up your life. Power up.
Yes, power up. And if you were to Google it, I found out that you are going to see where Google actually says that it's going to take you now 30 or 32 apples. Eating 30 or 32 apples today to get the same nutritional value that you would have gotten in one apple 50 years ago. And that is to tell you the change that has taken place. Our soils have been depleted. The way in which agriculture is being done has been changed. A lot of artificial stuff comes our way. We eat a lot of processed foods. And the bottom line is that in Trinidad in particular, junk food is, they say fantastic. It's high up on people's priority.
Junk.
It's easy. Right now, I'm not getting at these things, but that's the reality.
Exactly.
Sometimes you look at it and you say, but, oh Lord, they're frying so much chicken in that oil, boy, Folks, they say this is the reality, right? How much barrel you could fry in the same amount of oil, right? But these these delicacies are part of our culture.
Yes, it is.
Right? And because we continue to ingest these things every day, it happens on the inside of us. And one of the things that happens is that our immune system gets compromised and broken down. Then as we progress in age and become more seasoned and experienced, our stem cells become less and less. The stem cells are the cells that actually carry out the battle in your body. The telomeres on your chromosomes, which also act as a protector in the body, they become shorter and shorter and shorter. So as we progress in age, most of the times you expect that at a certain age, you start to hear the creaks. Only recently I had to laugh.
Creaks?
Yes.
I hear creaks.
Yeah, that's hear creaks.
Creaks, cracks.
The girl, she said, oh gosh, I got out of bed this morning. She's in her 40s. I got out of bed this morning and I heard some creaks and creaks and creaks. And I wonder where they came from. And she said, oh Lord, it's my bones. You understand?
Yeah.
This is what happens to us. And the thing about it is that we take these things for granted because we believe this is how the progression supposed to be. As you start to get more experience or seasoned, things start to happen in your life. And basically, it's because your stem cells are almost non-existent by the time you reach age of 50. And once that happens, your immune system becomes compromised.
Yes.
And with that, we start to see a number of different diseases showing their heads. And we take it for granted. The sugar, the doctor tell me I have sugar,
Lifestyle diseases.
Lifestyle diseases. And the pressure start to go up and it start to get out of control.
Yeah.
And the thicker the heart start, to skip some beats. And it's a number of different things.
Yes.
And what we say in new extracts is no.
No to that, yeah.
It doesn't have to happen that way. No, remember I said earlier on, you need to continue taking your medication. I'm not saying that this is going to replace your medication.
Exactly, yeah.
But we need to understand also that in our culture, in a lot of instances, we do curative more than preventative medicine or healing or whatever you want to call it. And what these products help to do is to put your bodies in a position where your bodies can heal themselves. And we need to understand this because this really is God's plan.
Yeah.
Your body is a magnificent machine. And given the right nutrition, your body actually heals itself. And this is what these products are about. So when you see the video that said power up, good, Right now, they are actually saying because previously we used to be telling people, spray the eye Hercules under your tongue.
Yeah.
But they say now you could also spray it on your food.
Oh.
Because in a lot of instances, I think I used this term a couple of weeks ago. People talk about junk food, but there is nothing like junk food.
Food and
There is junk, and then there is food. And most of the times we eat junk
food.
as food. You see, food should not only be to fill us.
Exactly.
Food is supposed to be to fuel us and also fill us and also help our bodies to heal. That is what food is about.
So you say we could spray it on the food, or somebody might want to spray it on the junk food too.
On the junk, yeah, if you want to, because the whole idea is that you're actually getting the nutrition into your body. I know we're talking about these products. Let's go on to the next video, and then I'll talk about what the products really are.
All right, let's go there.
And we are going to look at how stem cells work in our bodies.
In the face of injury or challenge, our remarkable bodies are supposed to undergo a process of renewal, striving to restore optimal health. However, the toxic environment we live in poses a significant hurdle. Harmful compounds in our surroundings can disrupt the communication between injured tissues and the creation of resident stem cells, hindering the healing in the body. When injury occurs, the affected tissue releases specific compounds that travel through the bloodstream. These messengers reach the bone marrow, where they communicate with the resident stem cells, instructing them to divide and create new stem cells. These newly formed stem cells are then released into the bloodstream, steadily increasing their number in circulation. Meanwhile, the injured tissue releases another essential compound known as stromal-derived factor 1 or SDF1. SDF1 acts as a beacon, attracting the circulating stem cells to the site of injury. As the stem cells reach the injured tissue, they pause in the blood flow and migrate into the tissue itself. Guided by the presence of SDF1, these stem cells gradually move towards the exact location of the injury. Upon reaching the injured site, the stem cells come into direct contact with the damaged tissue. Here, the stem cells start multiplying and gradually transform into specialized cells that the tissue needs for repair. Through this process of amplification, a single stem cell can give rise to thousands of tissue cells. Tissue cells can be found in every organ and system throughout the body. This incredible natural process of renewal ensures that our bodies maintain optimal health throughout our lives. By increasing the number of circulating stem cells through specific molecules, plant-based quantum nutrition, we can enhance the body's capacity for tissue repair and revitalization. This is what we call the Live Younger Now movement.
Okay, so we just looked at the importance of stem cells. Remember I said earlier on that by the time you reach age 50, let me bring it down a little bit. By the time you reach age 30, almost half of your stem cells generally have been killed or just gone, no longer there. By the time you reach age 50, almost all of your stem cells are gone. If you just follow the video that we listened to a while ago, when they speak about the stem cells actually do the revitalizing and repairing of your tissues and your system, what then do we expect if most of our stem cells have disappeared? They no longer exist. Then you understand and you see where your body is now open to a number of different types of attacks. This is why I said, listen, I just want people to follow and understand what we explain on these sessions. See if you think I am making sense. That's all we want to know.
Yeah.
Look at what's happening in your life, what's happening in your body, in the bodies of your loved ones, and stop and think. Because you would have heard me say on a number of occasions speak about people who seemed to be healthy, and in a few days' time, death is theirs.
Exactly.
But as far as they were concerned and people around them, they were healthy. Or you get some kind of diagnosis about some sort of incurable disease or lifestyle disease, as Schumann said, something that you never expected to happen.
Yeah.
But there it is. So when you actually use these products, especially the eye Hercules spray, now the eye Hercules spray is made up of the molecules of 44 of the most potent healing plants on planet Earth.
Wow.
Listening to one of the Zoom meetings one night, I heard one of the founders said, he said, listen, people don't understand what we have here. He said, we take basically three molecules, three of the leading molecules from each of these 44 plants. And then they take the leading molecule of the three leading molecules and take the three leading molecules from that leading molecule. And that is what they put together to come up with the eye Hercules spray in particular.
Right.
What does the eye Hercules do? The eye Hercules goes directly into your bloodstream. So it's something that you spray under your tongue. You don't swallow it. So it bypasses your digestive system. And so your body doesn't have to put out all of that energy, to digest it and so forth. It goes directly into your bloodstream. The company New Extracts tells us or teaches us that in order to optimize the positive results from this product, you need to use it at least 4 months. Why? Because that is the period of time within which your body reproduces red blood cells. That 4-month period, the cycle is 120 days, a 4-month period. Now, it doesn't mean that every 120 days your body just jump up and say, okay, new blood cells. No, it's an ongoing process. So what happens is that as you spray the eye Hercules under your tongue and it gets into your bloodstream, it starts to go into your microcirculatory system, starts to clean it up. Oxygen starts to get into the blood cells, and they start to get rid of all of the parasites and everything, the nanoplastics, whatever it is you may have in there that doesn't belong there.
Yes.
When that happens and blood becomes enriched, red blood cells are produced much more frequently. The stem cells are regenerated and reactivated once more. Your body's immune system is now able to get what they call vision. It sees. The white corpuscles now are able to go through your microcirculatory system freely to start to deal with the diseases and the sicknesses and whatever other ailments you may have. And as the microcirculatory system is cleaned out, that is why you see they tell you the eye Hercules takes a longer period of time to work because it's a process that you are going through. And as that process continues, you see things happening and you feel things happening in your body. And once the microcirculatory system is cleaned out, then it goes to the macrocirculatory system and cleans out the macrocirculatory system also. That's why it takes a process. So I've come across on the Zooms and what I usually invite people to come on to, where people tell you point blank they have been using these products for 12 months straight, for 18 months straight. One lady for nearly 6 years now using the products. Why? Because they see and understand the benefit of the products. So when your cells are rejuvenated, when your cells are able to take in the maximum amount of oxygen, when your cells begin to operate at the optimum level, what happens? Diseases and sickness and health issues begin to be repelled. And that is where you see your health starting to improve. Now, I've also heard persons talk about something that's called retracing. That is where, as your body heals itself, the problems or medical problems that you may have had in the past may rear its ugly head. Why? Because your body is pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out through your organs, through your skin, pushing it out. The healing is taking place. So if perchance you experience anything like that, understand it could very well be what's called retracing that's taking place in your life. Now, I want us to look at how this all got started, because we speak about these products, the Eye Hercules, the Eye Revive, and the eye patches. But these things, especially the Eye Hercules and the Eye Revive, did not just wake up in Trinidad one morning. All right? These are things that have been used in Europe for a number of years now. So let's look at how they all got started, and then we'll come back and continue our discourse.
Our story begins in the aftermath of World War I, when the Spanish flu pandemic claimed 50 million lives. Desperate for answers, royal families turned to top scientists to uncover the root cause of illness and the effects of aging, using only the power of plants. For decades, this team of brilliant minds studied and isolated the highest frequency molecules from 44 of the most powerful healing plants on Earth. After 30 years of meticulous research, they achieved something miraculous. This breakthrough laid the foundation for discoveries that would later win Nobel Prizes in the 1950s, recognizing the vital role of nutrition and oxygen in the body. The evolution continues. In 1973, a special team of European scientists took this research even further. They documented and perfected a process to extract the most nutritious parts of each plant, refining it from over 150 million possible combinations. This led to the creation of Eye Hercules, the most advanced breakthrough in nutrition available to this point in history. Eye Hercules is built on a precise blend of plant nutrients delivered directly to the bloodstream, bypassing common absorption issues. These formulas not only supports the body's internal systems, but also presents a new frontier in reverse biological aging. The story of this extraordinary super nutrition technology spread quietly among the elite and privileged. Known as straight from God's garden, Eye Hercules was trusted by adults, babies, pets, and animals alike. It was a safe, potent solution that enriched the blood, enhanced microcirculation, and targeted zombie cells, helping raise the frequencies of the body's immune system. As the elite experienced life-changing results, a visionary businessman saw an opportunity. His mission was clear: to bring this once exclusive technology to everyday people at affordable prices. The evolution continues. This visionary imagined a world where anyone could benefit from these technologies: iHercules, iRevive, and iHercules high-frequency eye patches, without needing to visit clinics or doctors. He dreamed of making these advanced formulas accessible, affordable, and available right at people's doorsteps. He connected with prestigious partners who could help his vision become a reality, and something new was born. These once secret formulas, now simply known as X, combined with the process to extract the high-frequency healing molecules, they put it all together and new Extracts was born. The evolution continues. Today, New Extracts champions 3 extraordinary products, each transforming the health and well-being of families worldwide. The global expansion has begun, and now you are the next phase of this remarkable journey. Are you ready to be part of the evolution?
Great. So we would have seen that since the end of World War One, the elites in Europe sanctioned or commissioned a number of scientists to find the cause of sickness and disease, to use plants only. There should be no sort of reactions to these plants, and it must do no harm. These were the criteria, and they set out doing their experiments and so forth, looking for the perfect combination. In Europe, these products, especially the iHercules and the iRevive, were being used, especially the iHercules,
Right.
by the elites who were paying an astronomical amount of money for a 4-month treatment. That is why among some of my friends and so forth, we say, there are certain persons in Europe, if you look at them, they live long, and they don't want to die, and you wonder why.
They need you at all.
Yes, there are secrets that they know that we haven't been privy to.
Well, on that same note, could I interject here?
Sure.
Yeah, because look at it. Sometimes we will people. Okay, that's not good for time. That's not.
No, don't call anybody name.
I'm not calling nobody name. We could call names on here, but anyway, I ain't calling nobody name. But look at it. They haven't just product here been long out for some time now, right? We are all trained to get healed. Not just by buying a plaster for your sore and anything happening. Now this new stuff, quote unquote new to us. In fact, it might be. Isn't it a challenge for us to accept this right now? Some of us.
Yes, it is definitely. Firstly, because one, it's something new.
Yeah.
2, our culture
Go ahead.
has us where we are into this microwave sort of mentality, right? And this is what I think I alluded to it earlier on. People would use the product and the symptom would be addressed.
Yeah.
But because the underlying issue, they don't give it sufficient time for the underlying issue to be addressed. If you only address the symptoms, eventually the underlying issue will kick back in at some point in time, and the symptoms or other symptoms would reoccur. And this is why I'm here, and I'm saying this is for educational purposes, for people to understand. Listen, if one day I went to the doctor, I felt a lump in my breast, and I went to the doctor, and he said, "Oh boy, it's breast cancer." That lump didn't just develop overnight. These are things that would have been developing years in advance. I tell people, when I got sick, the first heart attack I had in 2012, I had to come to realize, yes, on my way to work, that happened. Yes. But something would have been developing in my body over a period of time that I most likely was either ignorant to or ignored, as most of us do. That is a normal thing. So you get a pain, and we always talk about it, Sherman gas.
Gas,
You know, go and get some orange peel or drink a hot Coke or whatever it is. You understand? This is how we handle our story. Why? Because that is how we have been inculcated.
Exactly, yeah.
So now I understand full well. I'm coming with something that's telling you, listen, you need to take this thing for 4 months and beyond. No, we're not saying that 4 months before you see any results, right? But the company says for your blood to be properly reactivated and your stem cells up and running, it's a minimum of a 4-month period. But you are going to see results even before that, leading up to that period of time. But I understand, because we are accustomed to putting the plaster on the sore, most people are, oh God, I had to be taking that for so long, and so much money I have to put out.
Mindset.
Yes, the mindset, that is exactly it. And we are saying, listen, you have to determine what is important to you, where your priorities lie. I cannot determine that. I am doing this program simply because I know what I have been through. Those persons who are close to me know what I have been through. And I say to myself, I say, listen, if I can help somebody or buddies not reach that stage that I had reached at, not reach the stage where we know a lot of other people are at, we can help you to prevent you from having to go through that, then we would have achieved our objective on this program. And that is what it's all about. We want to be able to educate people. Go and do your own due diligence. We're giving you directions here.
That's right.
Do your own due diligence and see if at some point in time you wouldn't be able to say, stop and say, but Kelvin, you know you're making sense, boy. That's all we want, you know. You know you're making sense. And then what can we do from here? Or what is the next step? Of course, the next step would be getting the products. How do we get the products? We go into that. But this program, we're not running down you coming to purchase our products or what.
Education.
We want you to understand that what you are going through or may end up going through, it doesn't have to be like that if you take the correct steps from now. And that is what it's all about. So folks, I really want to encourage you, simply because I can tell you, I know what sickness is about. I know when it creeps up and it hits you. I know about the psychological impact that this thing has on your body, on your mind, all over the place. I have been through it. And I have heard other people talk about that. Sometimes, you know, you have your ailment or whatever it is, but nobody considers the impact it's having on you psychologically, and even the effect it's having on the caregivers also.
Yes.
Because most of the times, oh boy, like I'm going off on a tangent.
Go ahead.
Most of the times the focus is on the individual who is having the health issues. And people don't think about the caregivers. When the caregivers themselves are under some serious stress and serious pressure and so forth, whilst you are there and you getting all the sympathy and pity, people coming to look for you and whatever it is, and the caregivers are being neglected. Right? So, before it reaches to all of that, I am imploring you folks, let's try to do the right thing as far as our bodies go, and try to keep in proper health.
All right, so we're going to do show this one first, and then
go ahead.
I'm going to show this video here.
So we are going to look at another video. The evolution continues, and we have a special guest. We'll be calling him while is this going on to make sure that at the end of it, he is online.
The evolution continues. This advanced plant technology has evolved into something extraordinary, a cream crafted straight from nature's own design, known as food for your skin. iRevive was born. Originally created to help burn victims by supporting tissue regeneration, iRevive quickly proved to be much more. From visibly reducing fine lines and acne to balancing uneven pigmentation, this cream accelerates skin recovery for cuts, abrasions, and even supports hormonal balance, and so much more. iRevive is so pure you can eat it. When taken internally, it supports digestive health, soothing the esophagus and aiding the stomach. The evolution continues. When used daily, iRevive renews and revitalizes, unveiling that youthful glow you may have thought was out of reach. This cosmeceutical is skincare with serious benefits, powered by science. With just one cream, you're getting the benefits of multiple products: exfoliation, hydration, sun protection, and more. Forget layering products. iRevive does it all. iRevive, food from God's garden for your skin. Make it part of your daily routine and see the difference. Take the 3-day My Stem Cells Gone Wild challenge. The evolution continues. Start each day by feeding your skin. With daily use, morning and night, iRevive activates your skin's natural stem cells, bringing out a radiance like nothing else. Friends, family, and communities are having revivals and experiencing transformation, discovering smoother, revitalized skin. Share in the excitement and celebrate renewed beauty. Feed the skin, feel the difference, see the difference. Take the 3-day My Stem Cells Gone Wild challenge. Awaken a glow that's unmistakably you. Know what it means to say, I revive. Evolve from just cosmetics to a cosmeceutical. Feed the skin. Feel the difference. Be the difference. I revive my skin. Do you? Start the 3-day My Stem Cells Gone Wild challenge today.
iRevive. Listen. This product I've seen this product do amazing things. This was initially formulated for persons who suffered third-degree burns. But persons have been using this around their eyes, in their belly button, anything concerning the skin. It's so pure you can actually eat it. You have your cricks or whatever it is, eating bread and butter, you could eat bread and iRevive. Because your whole intestinal tract is skin.
Yes.
Anything for skin, the iRevive works. And so we have a guest on this evening who's going to tell us his experience with the iRevive product. Showman, it's over to you.
All right. Good afternoon. Good day. Kenneth. Good day, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah. Go ahead. Welcome to Kingdom News Radio. Hello? You're listening to us on something else?
Listen to us on the telephone.
I hear noise in the background. Are you there?
Okay, you need to take or turn down the volume in the background and speak to us on the phone itself.
All right, hold on.
Don't listen to the program on the phone. Turn it down and speak to us on the phone. Yes, and Kenneth is my blood brother. He is one of the persons when I got started. I introduced him to the products early because he is a diabetic patient now. He disputes that. And surprisingly so, only today I was talking to an individual and I asked him, I said, are you diabetic? He said, well, yes and no. That was his response, yes or no. And I said, okay, if it's yes or no, what are they saying to you? And he started to share his experience with me today.
All right, can I tell you there? Can you hear us now?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. All right, go ahead.
Yes. So as I was explaining, I introduced him to the product, especially the iHercules. there was a specific reason why I did that, but I'm not going to go into it. I would let him give you his own experience and his own testimony in using the iRevive product. Yes, Ken, go ahead.
Okay, this is Mr. Caraby. Good night. Good night all.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my life is something else, but I could only give you all a little piece of it. There was a time that the doctors told me that I was very sweet, and I didn't take them on. Right, and this led to some things. My feet started to become numb, and things like that. And one day, my wife saw some blood on the ground. I didn't know about it. I had no feelings in my legs. And when she checked on me, there was a hole at the bottom of my heel,
Wow.
right? And they call it a diabetic ulcer, right? Now, my brother Kelvin, he knew that I was not well and I was denying the diabetes and so on. And he came across these products and he brought the eye Hercules for me and I started using it.
Right.
Spray it under my tongue. Then I told him that, well, my wife told him that there was an ulcer come up under my foot. It started like about a 10 cents piece size, so, and then in a day or two, it flared up to about a 25 cents
Wow.
piece size. It just started, and it was deep. Then like I said, well, it was deep.
Yes.
And so that Kelvin brought the bottle of iRevive and he told me to use it and use it at the bottom of my foot, of that foot,
Yeah.
or my feet at that time. And I started using it. After a couple of days using it and using other medication that I was using before, I realized that the area started to get a little smaller. So I reached down to about a 20, come back down to about a 25 cents foot size, but the depth was still the same.
Right.
Right, and all I was rubbing the bottom of my foot around the cotton thing on the bottom of my foot and take my ankles and all of this. I lie down in the bed and something just tell me, you just put medicine inside the cut, so why you didn't put some in the cut? I didn't say anything. I just took my fingernail,
Right.
took out some of the iRevive, put it on my finger, and I raised up the bandage and put it inside of the wound. I didn't say anything. The next day when my wife opened the cut, I think she said, kind of this thing like, it's looking better, but it's like it healing up and thing. I just smiled. So when she cleaned it and thing again, she put it off and she gone outside. I dip her next little bit with my finger. I raised up and put it inside the cut again.
Yes, Ken.
Yeah.
And I say a little bit. So the next day when she looked at it, she said, you know something? The color changed, I don't know. I wouldn't put back on the bandage on it. Leave it like get some breeze.
Yeah.
I say, okay. The third day now, when she came, I say, how it looking? What color it is? She said, well, it's not red again. It's just a little pink. And I'm not covering it back down again, you know.
Right.
Just a little pink. And we did rub the bottom of the foot. Just take a little bit with the top of my finger now, just rub on it.
Right.
And left it. And that was it. Between 2 to 4 days. When I raised up my foot, my left foot was the same as my right.
Same. No difference.
I was amazed. I was amazed.
So.
In less than a week.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
In less than a week of putting it inside the cuts. Matter of fact, a couple of days I put it inside the cut. Yes, I was rubbing the bottom of my foot for a few days first. But in putting the iRevive inside the wound, it was just a matter of a couple of days. And my foot was healed. I thank God for that.
Amen, amen, amen.
So, yeah.
Would you recommend this product to anybody else?
I did recommend it to other persons who had the same ulcerated, um, the same ulcers under the foot.
Yeah.
One particular person, there was a cut from the big toe, the base of the big toe, straight down to about almost 4/5 of the foot, and in a matter of a week to two, it was healed. So I would recommend it to anybody who have ulcerated sores, ulcer sores and things like that, diabetic sores. I definitely recommend it to them.
No,
Persons who have like skin problems and so on, burns and even cuts and bruises and things like that, I would recommend it to them.
okay, Ken, thanks so very much. Another question. Did you stop taking your medication from the doctor when you were using this?
No, I didn't stop. I stopped when it got healed. Well, when I treated, yeah, but so I had to say yes. I stopped taking my medicine from the doctor.
For the
When I
doctor.
get healed, I stopped taking.
Okay.
When I get healed, I stopped taking. Yes,
So,
I also started ingesting the Arivides.
Right.
good.
Okay.
Right, I also started ingesting it.
I take mine in
I have
between
stopped.
also.
I've stopped for a while,
You,
and
you take it
it could be
direct.
about.
You take it direct. You had a sandwich with it or something like that. I don't know if you take it direct or just have a sandwich you put in your food, something like that.
Direct.
Direct. Okay.
I take it. Yeah, I take it direct.
Okay. I know.
I just take a little tip on a finger and put it on my tongue.
I told you a little more than that. They could have butter it then. Like a little. I thought they could have butter it. All right.
Anyway, no,
Thank-
because
yeah.
Kenneth is my brother directly, I can put in a little disclaimer here.
Yes.
He is not saying that the iRevive
Replaces.
is what did it,
Yeah.
but it's the only thing he did differently.
Differently. That's right.
All right, so read in between the lines because we need people to understand that you need to continue taking your medication. That is important. Ken, thanks very, very much again. We really, really do appreciate, okay?
Thanks, Kenneth.
You're welcome, sir. My
You and
pleasure.
Elsa.
And I hear somebody else in the background, then maybe sometime that person could come in the studio and talk about it a little more, right? All right. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay, guys, God bless.
God bless.
Bless you. Bless
Okay,
you.
bye
Thank you.
bye. Nice having you. Okay, folks, that was a short testimony, and I can assure you we have a number of other people who themselves have started using the products and they have been seeing results. Now, as I said previously, we can't say that these products are curing or treating or diagnosing, nothing like that.
Exactly.
Good. But what we are saying is that they put your body in the position where your body can do that for itself as stem cells in your body are once more reactivated. So in your skin, as you put the iRevive on your skin, the fibroblasts in your skin, which is actually stem cells, are reactivated and they actually now go into the different layers of your skin and then eventually go into different parts of your inner being. All right? So you would have heard about the iRevive, you would have heard about the iHercules. There is the eye patches on another occasion because we did the eye patches a couple weeks ago. All right? So it's time just to give some quick announcements before we close off. We just want to encourage you, those of you who are looking for more information, as we say, do your due diligence. The name of the company is New Extracts. The products are iHercules, iRevive, and eye patches. you can go onto Sherman's website, which is www.newextracts forward slash KTL group. That is newextracts.com forward slash KTL group. Or you're seeing Sherman's telephone contact flashing across the screen. You can feel free to get in touch with Sherman. Or if you want to get into my website, it's www.newextracts.com forward slash Maranatha. Maranatha. That is www.newextracts.com forward slash Maranatha. Maranatha. Or you can contact me directly on WhatsApp 1-868-744-8681. That is 1-868-744-8681. And we'd like to invite you to our flagship presentation on Sunday evening from 9 p.m. TNT time. It's also 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You go to the site careclass.com, careclass.com, careclass.com. They would ask you to put in some information, your name, your email address, and you just click on register and join, and you are inside. Why I usually recommend this so highly to individuals, it is what inspired me to get started with this company. Why? Because last year, February, I was introduced to this, and I took about 3 months just attending the Zoom webinars. And that is what helped me to make up my mind to start using these products and introducing the products to others. So I want to encourage you, careclass.com, careclass.com, tomorrow evening from 9 p.m. TNT time. And then during the course of the week, you can go to lynlive.com, lynlive.com. You can look at the schedule because there are presentations every night except Friday nights. So it's a full schedule. You can go and you can join any of the webinars that are available so that you would get more information. Once you are satisfied with what you have seen and heard, we want to encourage you, share this with others. We are on every Saturday evening from 6 p.m. Share it with others. That's TNT time, 6 p.m. TNT time. Share it with others so the information you have, it can be disseminated. Okay? God bless you tremendously. Thank you so very much. Until next Saturday. God bless.
All right. Thank you again. Thank all of you who are locked on the Kingdom News Radio. Thank you for joining us this evening. And thank you, Kenneth, for calling us and sharing your testimony here with us. And thank you, Kelvin, for your insights of this product. Thank you very much.
Yes, sure, man. God bless, brother.
God bless you.
You're listening to KNR, Kingdom News Radio. We're on